everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a bracelet using these really pretty, let's see if I can get it to focus, color changing beads. So I ordered these when Beadaholique was going out of business, and they're not now, which is really exciting. They're kind of hard to see at this angle, but I ordered several of them, and we're going to make a bracelet using them. They're so cool. I actually ordered a couple different kinds. I got this one as well. Wish it would focus. It will when we turn the camera down. But anyway, I got this one as well, and I love them both, and I really struggled with how to use them. I wanted to put them together in a bracelet, but they just didn't look right together. So I'm going to have to separate them, I think, and do one bracelet with one set and one bracelet with the other. So I'm going to flip the camera down, and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so here are these beautiful beads. They're just gorgeous, and they are color changing with your body temperature. Here are the other ones. They're beautiful too. But together, I was trying to put them together, and they look good initially when you try to put them together. Like right here, they look really pretty. But it was like when I added in any other beads, they didn't look pretty again. Like, gosh, I don't know, maybe they do. I can't decide. I was really struggling because I wanted to do a 3-strand. I don't know, we might try this. Okay, so all of these beads, except for the color changing ones, these color changing ones did not. All of these beads came from Bead Box Bargains, and I have different hauls that show them. I'm not sure which beads came in which haul. I know these came in my last one. These are some little check drucks. These are some hex cut crystals that I got from there. So I do a lot of my bead shopping at beadboxbargains.com, and I do have a coupon code. It is Wendy2. I'll give you $2 off your first purchase if you have never purchased from them before. Now, if you've purchased from them before, it won't give you, you can't use the coupon twice, or if you've used the coupon to sign up for the subscription, you can't use it. But if you have the subscription coupon, you have 30% off anyway. So if you've signed up for the subscription, then you'll have that. But anyway, I really liked these beads together. These beads and these, I think, look really pretty together. These I was not so sure about, but I kind of like them too. And I have limited beads right now out. I don't have... you know, I don't have like my dark purples and other stuff like that that I could add with them. So I'm kind of limited on what I have right now. We were supposed to close on our house Thursday. I don't know if we're going to get to the realty company that we're working with. The realtor is just, I don't know what's going on. We can't get a hold of them. We're supposed to have a walkthrough, a final walkthrough, and an inspection of the repairs that were done. And we can't get a hold of anybody. So, I don't know. It's been really, really frustrating. But we're supposed to close on Thursday, so we will see if it happens. But anyway, I can't get to my beads. I can't get to anything hardly, so I'm just having to use what I have available. And I kind of felt like that these maroon beads, I like them with these. I wasn't sure I liked them with these. See, when you take these out, this is a really pretty palette. When you add them back in, it's still a pretty palette, but it kind of gives it a weirdness. So, I don't know. We're just going to try and see what we can do. Okay. So, I've got 3 lengths of, this is 7-strand bead stringing wire in silver. I have a few of these wavy spacer beads. These are available on my website. It will be back up in hopefully a week or so. I have a bunch of these little bead caps. These are also available on my website. And then I've got these beads that came from Bead Box Bargains. And then, like I said, the other the color changing beads came from Beadaholique. And I don't know if they still have them. I got them when they were doing their going out of business sale, so I have no idea if they're still on there or not, but you could check. I would think that they would probably get them back if they're not, because they're really cool beads. I'd like to get some more of them. Okay, so I'm just separating them out. These crystals are so beautiful, and I wanted something just to give a little sparkle. in here. And I know that the silver, I'm using 2 different metals. I know the silver, a lot of people would think that it does not go with the gold on these beads, but I like to mix metals, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I have a little bit of chunky chain here that we're going to use for one part of the bracelet and for a dangle part, and then I have one of the links off of this chunky chain to clasp my lobster on, and I'm going to have a lobster claw clasp as soon as I get up and grab it. I have some size 2 crimp tubes, and I have some wire guardians, and I have some bead bugs, just in case, you know, because I'm really bad about everything flying off my wires. So let me move this camera a little bit. Okay, I'm going to jump up and grab my lobster claw clasp, and then we'll get into it. Okay, so for my lobster claw clasp, I think I'm going to use this little elephant. I think he's super cute. I think I got him from AliExpress. But yeah, I'm going to use him, I think, because I like him with these beads. See, again, I like him with these beads too. I'm just not sure these fit so well with these. I think it looks better without them. Without. I think it looks better without. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside anyway. And we're going to work on our strands. So I'm just going to put a bead bug on here. I like to do this because I do not like to close off my ends until I know that I like the way I have the beads on here. Okay, so I'm going to set everything else aside. And I'm going to work on this big strand here in the mid, or this strand with the focal beads here first. These kind of beads are going to be on the outskirts. Now, do I want to put all these together? Okay, so if I do this, let's see, I would probably do a couple of these spacers. Yeah, one of these big mood beads. Whoops. Couple of spacers, and these wavy spacers are really cool. They just give a lot of texture, I think. Then one of the round ones, spacers. And again, I'm not sure that we're going to use these round ones too. I had them in there. I was really struggling with this design last night. I was sitting here, I was going to film this last night, trying and trying and trying to get it together. Could not get it to work out. So I just gave up and went to bed. And came back this morning hoping it would be a little bit easier, and it's not. It's still hard, so I don't know what's going on. That does look really pretty in and of itself. Okay, let's do one more. Now, let me measure. So this right here is 4 inches. So I'm going to add on one more set of these. And this guy, and I've just got this extra one now because I don't want to add him on because then it would make it uneven. It would look weird. Okay, so now we've got 5 inches. All right, so there's one strand. If we leave it, if we use them all, that's what we've got for the one strand. So let me grab another bead bug. Whoops. And work on this other one. And I think one reason I'm having such a hard time is because these beads right here have so much color in them. And these don't have as much, but they're still very, very, see how they change? They're just beautiful. And it picks up the gold in these, I feel like. Okay, so I think I might do the same thing on either side. So I'm going to do that guy. Where are my bead caps go? I had a whole pile of bead caps. Oh, here they are. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to bead cap these really pretty, these like have bronzite in them or something. They're so beautiful. And then this guy. And I'm going to bead cap these, another one of these. It does look good. I think it might be okay. I don't know. We'll see how the other side looks. And then I'm just going to alternate. Let's see. Then we'll do a, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do 2 of the bronzite. with bead caps. Oh no, I put a, okay. So here's our pattern. We're doing a crystal, the bronzite, the violet, bronzite. So this is kind of a set right here. So we're working on our second one now. This is the beginning and the end. So it's the end of this one, it's the beginning of this one. So crystal, bronzite, violet, bronzite again. I'm just calling these bronzite. I don't know if that's exactly, if that's really what they are, but it does look like it. And another crystal. And I'm just going to repeat that pattern. So crystal. And I actually like the gold and the silver mixed. I don't know, a lot of people get on to me for that, but I think it's really pretty. Okay, we'll do violet bead. And another one of these guys. So I'm just working out of my own stash today. I know a lot of this came from Bead Box Bargains, but still my own stash. Nothing like subscription box wise or anything. That is pretty. I really do like that. Okay. I'll keep on. I think we can fit one more set on here. Yeah. We have to pull out some more bead caps. Put our little violet bead. It's getting close now. I don't really want to, I want to end it with the same thing I started with. I may have to take that crystal off the end. Let's see here. Okay, that's definitely the perfect length. If I put another crystal on the end, it's going to screw it up. If I take this crystal off the end, that's pretty close. I think we're just going to do that. I'm just going to take that one off the end, put some bead bugs on. Just like this. See, I almost feel like that it needs some sort of blue in it because of these. These are so bright. They're so pretty, but they're so bright. And I feel like it just needs... And I don't have anything blue really, not that color blue, to pull out. I don't know. Let's do the other one. Okay. So the other one, I'm probably just going to do the same. I would just, I think, repeat this. Because otherwise it's going to, I think it's going to kind of look weird. So let's do the other one just the same. We'll see how it looks. So I'm going to do bead cap, bronzite bead, bead cap, oops, violet bead. Maybe I need more of the violet in it instead of so much of the maroon. Could that be the case? I don't know. Bead cap. I had every color pulled out earlier. I had green, put some green out here. Nothing was looking right. We've been trying for 2 days now to get a hold of this realty company that we're buying our house from. Cannot get a hold of them. I don't know what the deal is. They were really good in the beginning, but they've not been very responsive lately. And I'm getting pretty daggone frustrated because we're supposed to be moving in like Thursday. Signing papers. We've got movers set up. We've got the whole bit, and we can't get anybody. I need to grab some more bead caps. So, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know one thing. I am not signing any closing documents without a walkthrough. We've never even been inside the house, so without a final walkthrough and without the inspector coming back out to inspect the repairs that were done, I will refuse to sign anything on Thursday. So, hope they get their act together. Really, really do hope they get their act together. I was expecting the walkthrough to be, I thought for sure it would be like Monday, you know, but nope. I haven't heard a word from them. I've left several messages, so has Chris. Crazy. All right. I know the housing market's crazy right now, but you would think that if we don't close on Thursday, the seller's not going to be very happy with the realtor if they're holding us up. So we'll see. All right, we're about down to the end here. And we'll see how things look. I really do like it. I like it in a weird kind of way. I kind of feel like the blue beads don't really go, but then again, I kind of feel like they do. So I think we're going to go with it. I mean, it's pretty. So I've got my, excuse me, I've got my longer, where'd my other bead bug go? Let's put the bead bugs on because otherwise I lose all my beads. Okay, so I've got my longer chain here. And all I'm going to do on each one of these strands, and now I need more wire guards because I thought I was only going to do 2 strands. Let me grab a couple more wire guards, a couple more crimp tubes. My life right now is so unorganized. It's just an unorganized mess. Okay, so here's our wire guards. Wire guards, apparently they come in different sizes. I didn't realize that. These are 5mm. And all they do really is protect your wire, you know, from fraying. So bracelets especially, let me get a couple more crimp tubes out. Bracelets especially tend to be, you know, you have to use your teeth to get the lids on these things. Bracelets especially tend to be in places on your body, on your wrist, you know, that gets a lot of movement. So I like to use the Wire Guardians just because it protects and just keeps your wire from fraying. So here we go. Get my crimping pliers out here. All right. So what I'm going to do now, first of all, I think these are all right about 5 inches, which is what I need them to be. Let me measure. Yeah, a little over 5. So that's pretty good for me. And I'm just going to go ahead and put my Wire Guardian on. So your crimp tube goes on first, okay? Then your Wire Guardian, and see it has these little channels, so your wire goes up and over, back down through the other side. And someone had mentioned in the comments of one of my videos that they have trouble with their wire looping up again, like this, I think, over their Wire Guardian. What you have to do, or what I do, you don't have to do it, is I take my crimping pliers and I bend the Wire Guardian in. Okay, so I just kind of shove it together so it's not so wide apart in an arc. Okay, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to hook it directly onto my chain. So before you close it, you want to put it on your chain. Unless you want to hook it on with jump rings. I don't, because I have such a small wrist that every bead counts. Every little 1/2 inch or millimeter counts. And if I don't, if I try to hook things like this on with jump rings, then I just don't end up with enough room for my beads, you know? So I just do it like this. So you want to scoot everything down. You want it to be fairly tight. You want your wires that are going around and back through your crimp bead not to be crossed, okay? And then you're going to take your crimping pliers. You're going to lay this crimp tube in this divot, pull everything tight, and smash it down. And what it's going to do is it's going to put each little wire, see that, in its own little channel. That's what you want, okay? Then you're going to take it and you're going to turn it vertical in your crimping pliers and just close up your little crimp. And there it is. It just makes a perfectly folded little crimp, okay? Now, I always leave this wire. I don't trim it off. You can if you want, but I don't. I feel like it gives it a little more security having it. Now, you're going to go to your other end. Make sure that all your beads are pushed down tight. Here's my other ring, okay? Now, wait a minute. What am I doing? Here's my lobster. Yeah, these need to go into my lobster. Okay, so I'm going to put this guy on. I don't know what I was thinking with that other ring. Huh. All right, and then same thing. Up and over. Back down through here. I'm going to put my lobster right on here. I'm going to put them right on there because there's no sense for me in wasting that space. And then I'm just going to go down through probably just this first bead and both bead caps. I don't want to come out between the bead and the bead cap, so there we go. Pull it down. Make sure everything is pulled tight. I am going to take this wire guard and bend it in, just like that. Pull everything tight. You want to make sure that this has a little movement. I mean, you don't want it to be so tight that your beads are acting weird, but, you know, just make sure you can move it a little bit. You don't want wire showing, so that's the thing. Okay, and now I'm going to take it, lay it in the divot, crimp it down, turn it sideways, and close it up. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to take my clippers, cutters, and clip it. And there it is. Okay, that's our first strand. Now, here's our next one. Let's go ahead and do our middle one. Now, I don't have as much wire on this one as I did on the other one. Just scoot that down a little. Okay. So for this one, same thing. Crimp tube, wire guard, right in there, right back around. Okay, and I'm just going to put it right on my lobster claw clasp. You don't have to do that, obviously. If you'd rather put it on a ring or something, you can, but like I said, for me, I need the space for the beads. So I just put it right on there. And if you have a big enough loop on your lobster, you know, it'll work. If you don't, then you'd have to use a ring. All right, I'm going to take it right through those two spacer beads. Where is my wire? Oh, didn't go through there. I'm like, I can't find it. Okay, take it right through the two spacer beads, and this can be a little fiddly. And I'm just going to pull it out right here by these spacer beads because, like I said, it's a little fiddly, and if I try to pull it through there, it's just going to be harder. There we go. So there's everything. I take my wire guard. Did I smush him in? I don't think I did. I'm going to smush him in. And actually, I am going to go through this bead because I feel like it's crossing my wires because I'm not going through the bead. So, yeah, there we go. That made it lay better. Okay. Let me find the end of it. Where is the end of it? It's longer than I thought. Okay. Just going to grab the end of it. Huh. Let's go past those. Here we go. Is that it? Goodness, I cannot figure out which one's the end of the wire and which one's the... Here we go. There. Okay. Pulling tight. Pull it up pretty tight. This side, you know, it doesn't really matter if you totally get it tight because you can tighten it when you do the other end, but still, I like to try to make it neat and tidy. Okay, we're going to flip this vertical and just close up the crimp. And it can be a little difficult when you get other beads and stuff on here. You've got other strands and it's all kind of pulling, but just keep at it. You'll get it. There we go. All right, now take this guy off this end and pull everything tight. I'll trim that in a minute. I'm going to flip this around. Want to make sure everything's laying like it should, okay? And then we're going to do the same over here. So we're going to take our crimp, wire guard, up and over. Okay. Then I need to make sure that it's laying beside this one and not crisscrossing, and it is. Now you could crisscross it if you wanted and do like a braided thing even, but that's not what I'm doing today. Okay. So we're going to go back through the crimp tube. You have to pull it back up a little if you pulled down too far like I did. Back through the crimp tube. The two little spacers. Yeah, this can be so fiddly and frustrating sometimes, but it'll go. Just gotta work with it. There we go. Get it all the way down through there. And if you can kind of hold it with your finger and find it on the other end and pull it, it does help, but it's not down through there far enough yet, I don't think. And sometimes even using the plier helps. There it is. Pull it out. Okay. Now what happened? Why did this come off? What in the world? Is this ring open? How in the world did that come off of this ring? That is insane. This is not even an open. How did that happen? Maybe this is open. Okay. Oh, it's cut. The ring got cut somehow. Are they all? No, they're closed rings. Oh, that's not good. All right. Well, that's going to change everything. I'm going to have to hook it on to it with a jump ring. Okay, that's all right. I mean, that is weird. I knew those were closed rings, and that should not have, I don't know how it got cut, but it's cut. All right, so we're just going to pull, make sure this is all laying good, and crimp. I was like, what in the world just happened? And see, it's hard to crimp into these little spacer beads. It's really hard. So you just have to try to get it in there and not spread your wire out too much. But I like using these. I think they're so daggone cute on things, but yeah, it's a little difficult to crimp in them, beside them. We're having problems with this bracelet. There we go. Okay. Thought I had problems designing it. Now I'm really... I can't believe that ring was open. I'm like, that defies logic. How did that even come out of there? It's a closed ring. Explains it. All right, so there's that. We'll go ahead and just hook it on with the jump ring. Okay, let's do our other end. Let's get our other guy, or this end, onto our elephant. Crazy. Okay, here we go. Put our wire guardian on. Yeah, I knew that ring. I can't get over that. That's funny, because I was like, totally. Were you guys thinking the same thing? Like, how did that even happen? I mean, yeah. Okay. All right, put this guy on the elephant. On the other side of your big one, your big focal strand. Go back down through this wire guard, or this crimp tube. It is so hot in this house right now. My in-laws, they're 87. They're cold all the time. And it's like, I mean, it's Florida, you guys. It's hot here. And it's been beautiful weather, but still, it's not a time to have the heat on. I don't feel like, and they do. And I'm like roasting. All right. Crimp it down. Turn it sideways. And close it up. All right, so let's trim this guy. Okay, now we're gonna have to hook that on with the jump ring because look at that. Our ring is split. I had no idea. So what I'm gonna do is take this off, this last link off. Wait a minute, that one is too. These are not open rings. What is going on? I've used this before. Those two are both open. Are any more of them open? No, they're closed. They're supposed to be closed rings. Okay, goodness, this is strange. All right, let me grab a jump ring. So I'm completely confused as to what's going on here. I want to grab a fairly thick jump ring. So here's a fairly thick jump ring. You know, I don't really like to use open rings like this on bracelets sometimes because I don't know, I feel like it just lends itself to disaster. But did I not close off this one? I did not. Good Lord. All right, let's close off this one. I'm losing it today, guys. Where's my, there we go. Thought I had them all closed off. We'll do this one real quick. It won't take but a minute because we don't even have to put it through the loop. We're just going straight back through our little wire guardian and crimp tube. Okay, pull it down. Squeeze your wire guard together if you want to. I feel like it does stop that loop from happening at the top because then you pull it down and it's, you know, it stays pretty tight. Okay, we're going to crimp. All right. Nice and tight. Trim our wire. Here we have it. This bracelet has really been tricky from the designing standpoint all the way down to putting it together. It's really been tricky. Okay, I'm going to take my jump ring here. I'm just going to hook it right onto here. And I'm going to close it back up. Now nothing should be coming out of that, okay? So here is the finished product. I think I do really like it. I was really questioning if I was gonna like those blue beads in there, but I think I do. It's really pretty. All right, so I don't need really all of this much dangle down here, so let me probably just going to take these last two off, just so there's a little bit, and then I may make a dangle for the bottom. Oh, you know what? I have this one bead left. I could use it down there. Let's do that. Let's make a dangle. So grab yourself a head pin. Let me find one. Okay, so grab yourself a head pin, and you can either use the beads, or you could use, do I have any of the spacers left? Don't think I do. Oh, wait, maybe I do. I have one in there. Something needs to block the bottom of the bead is what I'm trying to get at here, because it's a really big hole and your head pin will go right through it. So I was trying to see if I had another spacer. I do. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 spacers on this little guy here. Just like that. I'm going to put the bead on. And I don't like that. I'm going to take it back off. Okie doke. I'm going to do a bead, a crystal bead on the bottom. I did not like the way that looked at all. And we'll do this little violet bead on top. My head pin's bent. There we go. That's better. I don't know. The spacers did not look right. Okay, we're going to make a wrapped loop. I'm going to go 90 degrees. With my plier, I'm going to get my round nose plier. And I'm going to go up and over. Come around, but don't close it off because we're going to put it right on this ring. And hopefully this ring has not got a cut in it and it's closed. Can't even understand how that happened with those other ones. Okay, so just slide this right on. Easier said than done. There we go. I am going to grab it with my pliers right here where the wires cross. And I'm just going to wrap. You can wrap with your finger if your wire is thin enough, or you can grab another pair of pliers and wrap. Okay. And I'm just going to wrap it around a couple times. Make a cute little wrapped loop here. And then we've got our nice little mood bead bracelet. Close that up. You don't want any snaggle sticking out, because that would definitely snag on your clothes. So make sure if you run your finger over it, it's not catching. Okay. And there's our little bracelet. It's super cute. I like our elephant. Look. And the dangle adds a lot to it. So I don't know if I can put this on by myself, because usually I have to have Chris help me with a lobster, but no, I can. Maybe. Let's see. Chris is busy. He's working. I can't go in there and be like, hey, can you put my bracelet on? I mean, I could, but I might frustrate him slightly. So no, I will have to have him help me. But here it is. It is really cute. I love the elephant. And these mood beads are just super, super cool. So you can check if you want. Beadaholique.com. I can never think of their name for some reason. And see if they have them. I don't know. They were restocking their site because they thought they were going out of business and they changed their mind, or something happened and they didn't have to. And so I think they were restocking their site from where they had sold everything. So you may have to wait a little bit, but I'm sure they will have them back eventually anyway. But this is super cute. I love it. I love how it turned out, even though I had terrible, terrible designing issues with this one. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. It's free to do it, and it helps me so much on YouTube with the algorithms. And give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.